The second, Pietas, sounds a lot like today's piety. This is true to a certain extent, except their religion was very different from ours today. For the Romans, birds flying and the wind blowing were quite literally religious events. No, really. So since their religious scope was far wider, their definition of piety could be said to be similarly expanded. Piety did still mean reverence for religion and customs, but the air they breathed, the water they drank, and the laws they followed were religious too. So pietas also covered morals, ethics, and fair dispensation of justice. Being in the front, you did find yourself ensnared in an ambush, but you managed to counter it and hold steady until the next legion can make contact for relief. In the confusion before that connection, however, 100 or so of your soldiers desert, fearing the worst, leaving scraps of your former legion to try and hold out under the much higher pressure than had been expected. The punishment for desertion is crucifixion. But you're not sure that's such a great idea. A proper punishment must be administered. So you take stock of your supplies and find the march has taken quite the toll on your pack animals for the supply train. So the deserters must be punished, but the supply train too must run smoothly. You figure a man loaded with 100 pounds or more of supplies probably can't run very far, and a Roman soldier who doesn't fight is certain to feel acute shame over that fact, as well as the lost booty from not being able to participate in city raids. With your deft handling of those deserters, you've begun to show the pietas virtue, ethical and moral grounding, and a keen sense of justice. The third, religio, is closer to how we understand piety today, more separate from ethics and other ideas. That is to say, a Roman who cultivates religio adheres to Roman religion and its gods through sacrifice, ritual, and reverence. I'll add in that the old Roman calendar was chock full of religious holidays, so a Roman with religio would also have a grasp of time and seasons, which matters a lot to farmers of any time. Roman religion was vast and includes tons of unique practices outside of the various temples. A couple of examples. Let's say you buy a plot of land to start farming. According to tradition, you should first grab your wife and make the beast with two backs on the soil as a sort of prayer for increased fertility. And apparently it helped if there were others there to witness the act. Romans were also very into augury, or the counting of flying birds to decide if huge undertakings, such as war and even political upheavals, should be encouraged or shelved. How exactly this worked was really up to the priests, and gifts of, let's say, encouragement seemed to generally help receive clean readings.